From singing to troops overseas to opening up for some big names in music, including Jill Scott, Common, and Alicia Keys, artist Blaq realized his purpose in life was to use his creativity for good. But that purpose went into overdrive when tragedy hit home. One of his bandmates took their own life. Blaq said he never saw it coming. One night after that devastating loss, Love Over Hate was born. Through the Love Over Hate EP and Book of Affirmations, his aim is to encourage and motivate individuals through music. But it doesn't stop there.
I'm different and I like it.
He conducts workshops, camps, and speaks to show people how to love themselves and others. A message Blaq is sharing with the globe, one soul at a time.
Wow, what an empowering, inspiring story. And I'm so grateful to have Blaq in the studio with me right now today. Tell me about your inspiration for Love Over Hate. What inspired you to do something like this?
Well, Love Over Hate for me, it came from, unfortunately, a loss in my own personal band. I sing in the fuzz band, but in my band as a solo artist, one of my bandmates took their life about 2 years ago. And for me, it just left me wanting to know why. I searched Instagram, I searched Facebook. I really looked back at all the conversations that we had, and there was nothing. And so I felt like no one would know how great this person was. No one would know how wonderful his gift would be. And so I created an EP called Love Over Hate. And from then on, Love Over Hate started to build. And I already worked with kids and hosted in Hampton and Newport News and all over the states and stuff like that. But for some odd reason, I felt like it just wasn't enough. And I realized, you know, looking at people, that it's very hard for people to love themselves. It's not something that comes naturally. So I began Love Over Hate camps and workshops and conferences, helping people to learn how to love themselves over hating themselves so that they can love others.
And like you said, you had searched Facebook, you searched Instagram for some kind of sign. How did it make you feel for this to just kind of seemingly come out of nowhere, as far as, you know, there weren't any warning signs that you as a close person to this individual? How did that make you feel, not being able to see some of those signs?
Guilty.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times you feel like, what could I have done? And I realize there's nothing that you could have done, but I think now the most important thing that people have to understand is interaction. Love is about feel, and it's about connection, it's about smiles, it's about making sure somebody's having a good day, checking on each other. And I think that that's the one thing I could have done more of, but at the end of the day, what I realized, it dwells within inside someone. Someone feeling down about someone feeling down about themselves or being depressed, it's what's deep inside of them at the core that they hate the most. And you have to help them dig down there and get it out for themselves.
And that's the mission of Love Over Hate. So tell me about the conferences and some of the things that you have planned in the community, where you're actually going to be the hands and feet to carry this out to people who need it the most.
Well, I've been to places like Langley Youth Programs. I've been to McDonald's. I partnered with McDonald's. That was very exciting. We had Love Over Hate Day there. I'm going to be at FBLAs. I'm going to try to get on TED Talks. That's my real goal, to get on TED Talks. Amen. But I go around to different schools, elementaries, churches, places where people are everywhere. And I just talk and let them know about the cause. And it's been very overwhelming in some ways, but at the same time very gratifying, because I'm able to get in and like show them and work with games and teaching through play, because that's how I really actually do things. I do things through fun activities.
Absolutely. And Love Over Hate is not your only initiative. You actually are a jack of many trades. There's lots of other things that you have going on in Blaq's world. Tell me about some of those things that are happening.
Well, definitely the passion of being an artist is singing. I love to sing. I'm a photographer. I'm a creative director, stylist, a model. And that's another thing that I've learned is, like, we judge ourselves and we put ourselves in these boxes that we can only be one thing, but you can be many things. Never limit yourself, never limit your gift, never limit your talents. And so actually doing this has helped me be more comfortable and giving people more confidence in trying new things. If you want to climb a tree that's higher, you know, you want to climb a mountain, you want to do something outside of your box, then do it, and don't be afraid of it, because failure is not really failure. Failure is not trying. And when you don't try, you don't succeed. And so now I'm able to show kids and adults that you can just do anything as long as you believe in yourself. So luckily, I've been fortunate to be a full-time artist, and I'm allowed to go host and be at Groovin' by the Bay and different places like that, and go to concerts and go to Dubai. You know, it's just
And you said
amazing.
something that really stood out to me about failure. Sometimes those losses, or quote-unquote losses, are actually lessons. And I know you had a special journey in getting to know some of those things that you love to do and some of those passions in your life. So really quickly, just tell me about part of your journey to getting to the Cabana Blaq that you are now.
Oh, that's a good one, because it can be so deep. But I can say, when I decided to write my book Before Success and Love Over Hate, especially the book Before Success, I just got off of a tour doing Prince in Germany, and from there I did The Wiz, and I played The Wiz in the play, and I met Queen Estamero, and this woman, whom is a legend, she changed my life. And I really started to think about how I've been holding myself back. I'm a type of person that I love to help people out, but sometimes when you're helping people out, people will take as much as you give. And if you don't stop people at a certain point, they'll take a lot. And then you have nothing left for yourself.
And being able to set those healthy boundaries,
And that's the one thing that I'm learning from Love Over Hate. Love is about also having a healthy kind of selfishness. Being able to say, you know, this is where I need to be. So my journey for me was, through my gifts and my talents, I learned how to love myself. I learned how to give myself an opportunity to grow.
Because you can't pour out of an empty cup.
You cannot, you know, and that, I mean, it's so, my favorite book is The Giving Tree. I love The Giving Tree because it kind of exemplifies me as a person. You know, you can lean on me, you can depend on me, but, you know, a tree also loves when kids use it and hug it and love it. And that's what I think suicide is really about. I think people are like trees, and when we don't water them and when we don't feed them, they die. And we look at them because they stand so tall and so strong, and they have these branches that people can like pull on and swing from and put a nest in, but we never think about how the tree has to have something to live off of. And we know nature lives off of love and life.
I love it. Tell people where we can find you.
You can find me easy on Instagram, which is at Cabana Blaq, which is KBANA_BLAQ, at Cabana Blaq. That's real simple, real easy. You go to Instagram, you'll see my whole life there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much
for
being on today. And Cabana Blaq and I talked a lot about personal development and being able to pour into yourself. So we're going to talk about some questions that you may have and Ask a Life Coach right now.